Hey y'all, you got Doug Gore, Dougie Doo here with Cajun Softwash. I want to go over this whole board of directors thing. I want to make sure everybody knows exactly where I stand. And I want to make sure I get a few things off my chest to make sure that you know where it is that I stand and what you get if you want me to be in any seat on the BOD. So first I want everybody to know you will get 100% transparency from me. I understand, and I've been the president of an organization before, ASHI, the American Society of Home Inspectors of the local chapter. So I understand these things. I understand there are legalities and things that we're not allowed to discuss and disclose and, you know, that sort of thing. And there will be things like that come up, I'm sure. However, not letting the people know what's going on, especially since we pay to be here. Okay, it's not that we're not paying, we're free members and it's a whatever. You're paying to be part of this organization, deserve to know what's going on. That is my feeling. Would things have changed if I was on the board of directors? I can't say that they would, or can't say that they wouldn't, because I don't have the information, because they're not sharing it. They're saying that it's a legal thing that they can't share. I get that, and maybe that's 100% true, but there's things and statements that could have been made, there's things that could have come out that would not have caused all the chaos that we have and would have allowed people to know what's going on. So my point of this statement is that I believe we need 100% transparency. Can we obtain 100%? That's the question I don't have the answer for until we get inside and we can see, okay, these are the things that the law prevents us from doing, though we could have at least allowed our people to know what's going on. The whole premise of this organization is that we as the contractor own this organization. So if we as the contractor own this organization, why don't we know what's going on, what's happening? This whole thing with Ray Burke, let's just get it out there. If the man was doing things wrong, that you were going to ask for his resignation, or were considering asking for his resignation. Okay, that's what George Burke, hey, there you go. That's what George Clark said in one of his statements, is that the board was considering asking for. They didn't ask for it, but they were considering. If you were even going to consider asking the vice president of an organization whom has been slated as he was already president, or was acting president, was grooming to become president, why would you be considering? Okay, he must be doing something really, really bad that should have been brought to his attention sooner. And if it was, how come there should just be more there? It seems like we're not getting the whole version of the story. Okay, let me get off of that horse now. Ron Musgraves, man, he has done so much for this organization. I am not going to discredit the fact that he has done a lot for this organization. Yet almost every time there is that crap storm, I'm sorry, Ron, you're involved. You're right there in the middle of it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You know, it keeps us out in front of people, I agree. But do we want all the negative? No, I really don't think we do. One of my goals, one of the things that I see, is that if I am put into a board of directors seat, everybody out there needs to know, if you put me in that seat is going to be run as correctly as I possibly can run it. Okay, I am going to seek to not remove Ron, okay, as long as he's a paying member and all that kind of stuff, but he becomes the same thing as everybody else. Okay, he can still volunteer, he can do whatever he wants, but under certain rules and guidelines. If I can't make that happen, there's no sense in putting me in there. Okay, if you're not going to put the people in place that are able to put this organization where it needs to be and can't have control, you cannot have somebody that is a member, past, present, whatever, running this organization the way he sees fit, or the old saying of puppets and all that thing. I will not be anybody's puppet. That is not going to happen. If I get put into a board of directors seat and I find out that the only thing that's ever going to happen is nothing, because everybody's being puppeted or not being allowed to create the policies that prevent puppeteering, I will resign. I will not sit there and be a puppet, or I will not sit there and be somebody that cannot create positive change. And not the positive change that I think. It's got to be the positive change that you think. When people are sitting there and they're saying, this is what we want, even though it may be kind of against what I want, if it's what the mass wants, I have to follow that, okay? If I can't follow it because I have a very strong moral and ethical compass, and if I feel like it's stepping outside of that moral and ethical compass, then I'm just going to let y'all know I can't do it, because it goes against a very strong moral and ethical compass that I have. Again, my point is, I need to make sure everybody knows what they're getting with me, okay? I think everybody knows I try to run everything as professionally as I can. I try to help anybody that I can. I get phone calls all the time about, hey, can you help me with this? Can you answer this? Can you do this? I take time out of my day to make sure that I'm able to help anybody that I can, because I believe 100% in paying it forward. I believe that we are put on the face of this earth to help each other. If we're not going to help each other, if we're going to constantly knock each other down, if we're going to constantly be creating crap storms, dude, we need to just walk out of there. We need to not be a part of that. I will diligently work to create a policy that does not allow that. And this going directly towards Ron, yes. If you're out there creating crap storms, the policies that should be in place will get you kicked out of this organization. You can be part of it until you die, but you must stop with this crap storm stuff. Posting things that are intently creating conflict is wrong. Let's just stop that. Let's just get it out there, okay? If there's a crap storm out there, the board of directors should face that head on. If you have a leader out there, that guy needs to lead by making statements, by at least letting the people know exactly where you stand, where the organization stands. And if you can't, you at least need to say, hey, we can't do this because of legal reasons, whatever. If you put me in that seat, I'm going to do what I believe is right every time. I'm going to stand up. I'm not going to be told to sit down and shut up. You also need to know, you need to be aware that if I get elected into a seat and I get in and I know that there is no way of changing the policies, and that no matter what I do, no matter what I say, my voice will not be heard, then I'm going to resign. I won't be quitting. I'll be resigning and moving on to bigger and better things. Because if we can't move on to something bigger and better, this is a great org. It's got a great vision. What's being said out there about us moving forward is a great thing. But what's happening behind the scenes, I don't think is a great thing. And I will make a change. If I can't, I will resign. And y'all need to know that before you elect me or vote me in. I hope that you will. I want to work for you. I want to do what I can for you. I want to be the best that this organization can be. And I appreciate y'all for listening to me. I just need to make sure I am being 100% honest, sincere, and that you know what you get if you vote for me to be there. I appreciate y'all. Doug Gore, Dougie Doo out, man. Thank you.